and welcome back to another Marvel Champions recorded two-handed play. Today we are doing a member requested game from Guarismo. I'm going to read you the prompt because I think it's really good, and I want to read it word for word. So Guarismo asks, or states, so X-Men have a lot of family drama, which I think is a fairly big understatement. Magneto was said to be the father of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and Polaris and Black Tom Cassidy is Banshee's cousin. So a lot of family feud, right? So a lot of family feud. So Guarismo wants to see Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Polaris, and Banshee against Magneto, Brotherhood, and Black Tom Cassidy, with no acolytes and no mystique. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're playing Quicksilver, who I have stated is one of my favorite heroes in the entire game. And we're going to be pairing Quicksilver up with Scarlet Witch. So Quicksilver here, we are going to be running. I'm going to run through the decks real quick. If you want to jump ahead to the gameplay, you can. There's going to be a link or like little timestamps. You can do that. So we got Dazzler. We got Blindfold. And Agent 13 starts to key you in on like the little archetype that we are running here. So we have Agent 13, Monica Chang, Surveillance Team, and really they're all here for global logistics. I wanted to build a deck around global logistics because as you'll see, Wanda's deck is really pretty much exclusively about triggering Hexbolt. And so if we can set those top cards, Hexbolt gets really efficient and really fun to trigger. We got 2 copies of Homeland Intervention and a Sky Destroyer, so threat and damage. We got Helicarrier, 2 copies of Heroic Intuition, 2 copies of Skilled Investigator, Def Focus, a couple of ways to ready, Overwatch, Allay the Trap, Sonic Rifle, and our doubles. So that's what the Quicksilver deck looks like. We're running a protection deck over here for Scarlet Witch. I really like Quicksilver in protection, but I wanted to try him in something a little bit different. And I thought that a shield build would be kind of fun. I think it is a little risky because shield is pretty slow. I think shield is a relatively slow way to play the game. It's a relatively slow archetype. And Magneto, you have to be a little fast. So we'll see how it goes. But we will definitely, we'll see. But I'm excited for the matchup. I think it's going to be a pretty fun matchup. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this up. As we're talking, Magneto actually needs a tough status card. And we'll read Asteroid M. So set Orbital Decay side scheme aside and reveal the boarding party side scheme. So Orbital Decay is over there off screen. And then boarding party here says Magneto cannot have sustained more than 6 damage per player. So that's going to be 12 damage total. Probably not ever going to hit that cap or that threshold because we are going to be focusing so much on thwarting at the beginning of the game that I'm not even sure if this is going to be needed or if I ever run into that cap. But it says when defeated, we flip this card and reveal Sabotage Master Mold. And so it's kind of a campaign to get through. And once we defeated everything, he loses steady. And then we can go face with him. Don't have any magic counters. Alrighty, Scarlet Witch. We have Polaris, which is, in the family feud. We have Iron Fist here because stun locking Magneto is so good, and Scarlet Witch can do that really well with their Hex Bolts, but just in case we need it, Iron Fist is going to hang out. Brother Voodoo to grab Hex Bolts. Nick X Hope Summers grabs Hex Bolts. Warpath, I want to try and trigger a Hex Bolt on the Villainizer. That seems kind of fun. Med Team to keep Warpath alive. Got 3 copies of Spiritual Medication because it's a broken card. We've got a Electrostatic Armor and an Armored Vest over here for Pietro. I think because he gets that free defend, we probably don't want to be taking Magneto's attacks too much, but these are also cheap ways to thin the deck and hit the Hex Bolts more often. We got Armored Vest, and then we're running Superpower Training, Build Support, Render Medical Aid, and Establish Perimeter. All of that. And then our resource generators, we got Sorcerer Supreme, Helicarrier, Mansion, Def Focus, and the doubles to run with the Wanda. Yeah. So I'm excited. I think that this is going to be a fun matchup. I have not played Scarlet Witch in a while, and so I am looking forward to playing more of her. Let's check and make sure that Magneto has everything. So Magneto is steady and tough. When revealed, deal each player a face down encounter card, so we'll shuffle that up and do that. Then after Magneto attacks you, place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme, which is bad, because whenever we get 3 magnet counters, we're going to discard cards until we get a magnetic card and reveal that. So, extra encounter cards. Woohoo! That's why stun locking is so good, because we put magnet counters when he activates, or I guess when he attacks. He starts with 20 health per player, which is 40. We got 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. And yeah. So we got the encounter deck all set up. I actually got through like one turn and realized I had played something really, really poorly. And so if it's a bad play, I keep it in. But if it's just an egregious rules error, I do start over. And so that's why we had some magnet counters on the scheme and all that good stuff. But we'll shuffle this up. And we'll pass out. We're going to have Wanda start out as our first player. With her being at first player, if she has a side scheme that she pulls out, we can put that onto the table and have Pietro help take it down. So Wanda's going to get 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. And with her superpower siblings, we're able to see a lot of cards. So if there's a card that we're specifically looking for, we can hunt for it or find at least a card that fits in that realm. What would be great is like a Chaos Magic with Avengers Mansion, or superpower training for friction resistance over here with Quicksilver. We got Agatha. Exhaust Agatha. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 of those to your hand. Place the rest back on the bottom of the deck in any order. I really like that, actually. We got X, Helicarrier, Molecular Decay, Quicksilver, and a Hexbolt. Okay, so we are going to get rid of Molecular Decay, Quicksilver, because we can't even play him. We're going to toss the Hexbolt. I know it's all about playing him as many times as possible, but kind of want to build a little bit. I'm thinking we may keep X around. If we keep X, that's going to help us a lot with the boarding party, and we can get through that. Plus, it gives us a block. So let's hang on to X. We may not play him, kind of depending on what we draw, but we can see. We got Brother Voodoo, Render Medical Aid, and Polaris. Alrighty, there's that. Then Quicksilver has got a Skilled Investigator. That's nice. A Strength. I'm liking the hand so far. Double Time. Maximum Velocity. Woo! Global Logistics. And a Reinforced Sinew. So I do like the Reinforced Sinew. I think we may keep that, actually. We're definitely keeping Skilled Investigator. We're definitely keeping Strength. And we're going to toss Global Logistics. We don't have any shield cards yet. Maximum Velocity, we get +2, +2, +2 until the end of the round. That would give us, that would allow us to get through a boarding party. And that is the way to go. So we're going to keep a Maximum Velocity. We'll toss a Double Time. And let's see what we got. We got Always Be Running. That's going to be huge with our Maximum Velocity. We got an Overwatch. And we've got a Homeland Intervention. Let's go. Let's go. Wanda starts this out. We're going to use our superpower siblings. So we can discard 2 cards from your hand to draw 2 cards or 3 cards if Pietro is in play. And so we're going to do that. We're going to discard Render Medical Aid and Brother Voodoo, and we will draw 3 cards. We got a Warp Reality, an Armored Vest, and Electrostatic Armor. Perfect. We're going to have Pietro call on the action, so we can do this action out of turn because we call on the action and do the same thing. We're going to get rid of Overwatch and Homeland Intervention. I do like Overwatch here, but I like everything else more. To draw, Always Be Running, huge. A Maximum Velocity and a Scarlet Witch. Perfect. I mean, that's really, really great. Okay, Wanda, what are we doing? Let's use a Warp Reality to play an Agatha Harkness. Agatha, we can exhaust Agatha to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 of those to your hand and place the other on the bottom of your deck in any order. That build support looks pretty good. I do like the build support. Yeah, we're going to take build support. Establish Perimeter and Magic Shield we don't really need. We're going to put Establish Perimeter on first. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and flip up to Scarlet Witch. We'll use a... I'm trying to think of what are we going to build support. What is the support? And I think it probably is the Helicarrier. So we'll use the Helicarrier to play build support. We'll take out build support on Pietro's turn. the helicarrier will then be able to play or pay for something that she brings to the table. This is going to come in with 6. Okay. We could drop a armored vest, or we could drop armored vest and electrostatic armor, or we could go Professor X. We're going to go Professor X. I think, these are nice build cards, but Professor X saves us a activation and just helps us thwart. And we really want to be thwarting right now. So let's spend 3 to play Professor X. Now he is steady, so this is not going to fully confuse him, but we will go ahead and half confuse the villain. We will use Professor X to go ahead and thwart down build support. This is going to sit with 3. And what's Pietro looking at? We have a lot of really efficient thwarting. So we're going to have a 3 thwart. And we're going to be able to do that many, many times. So I think we're going to actually just have Scarlet Witch thwart down the main. Because everything else is in iterations of 3. So I think Pietro is going to be fine on his own. Okay. Well, there goes Scarlet Witch's turn. Pietro, we're going to flip up. We're going to use a Skilled Investigator on Quicksilver. We're going to use a Strength to play Maximum Velocity. And we're going to just set this right here, just so I can remember, because I will always forget. We'll go ahead and thwart 3 off of build support. Build support finishes. So we each get to go find a support. I'm going to just check and see and make sure that there wasn't anything else that I really wanted for Scarlet Witch, but I don't think there was. I think it was the main target. I guess Med Team would have been okay, but the main target here is Helicarrier. That's also going to help Quicksilver just a lot. So we'll get Helicarrier, support of 3 or less. Quicksilver is going to do the same thing. We're going to go look and find... We could go Sky Destroyer, honestly. Like, Sky Destroyer is not a bad, but I think Helicarrier is probably the best target. Yeah, we'll just go Helicarrier. I think the damage will come. Helicarrier is a nice just build. So Helicarrier, we defeated a side scheme Skilled Investigator readies. We get to draw a card into Global Logistics, and then Quicksilver gets to ready. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and thwart for 3. We will Helicarrier and always be running and thwart for 3 more. Which is going to flip that. We're going to actually have used this Helicarrier. We're going to do a Scarlet Witch for an always be running to stand up. And we're going to thwart for 3 more. It's going to be down on to 3. We will use a Global Logistics. We'll exhaust a Helicarrier to look at the top 4 cards of a player deck or an encounter deck. And we can discard any number of those and put the others back on the top or bottom in any order. Normally, the idea would be to check, here. And I think we will. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got an Advance, we got a Creeping Willow, Exhaustion, and an M-Type Sentinel. Okay, so M-Type Sentinel and Advance are going to be our boost cards. Creeping Willow is a guard with a quick strike. If we deal that to Quicksilver, we can defend, and we'll be okay with that. And then Exhaustion exhausts Scarlet Witch and surges. We'll discard Exhaustion. No, we'll deal Exhaustion to Scarlet Witch. I guess Creeping Willow can be dealt to Scarlet Witch as well, and we can still defend. Yeah, that's fine. We'll toss Exhaustion. Okay. We have another Maximum Velocity. We're just gonna hang on to that because that's a pretty decent card. We'll stand up. Stand up over here. Scarlet Witch has got a Chaos Magic, Molecular Decay, a Hex Bolt, a Hope Summers, and a Spiritual Meditation. Hopefully that Spiritual Meditation can grab us a Avengers Mansion, because that's pretty sweet to play with a Chaos Magic, Maximum Velocity, a Dazzler, Skilled Investigator. That's nice, especially because Quicksilver will be first player, and so we can play that Skilled Investigator before we take this out. We'll feel really good about that. Speed Cyclone. So close. We may actually go ahead and play Speed Cyclone and half stun Magneto, knowing that he's about to lose it. And a Heroic Intuition. Ooh, a lot of good cards. Alrighty, we got 2 here. Magneto is going to attack us over here. We'll block with X. So give Magneto a... Oh, and he gets a face down boost card. I did not think about that. Ha ha ha. Okay, so when I read this, I thought it was just the tough status card. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to put it like that. So End-Time Sentinel comes in. He gets the face down boost card, which is +2. And then he still has the tough, and that's going to be it for X. Okay. Magneto is going to attack Quicksilver. We got 3. And we need 2 magnet counters on the main. We'll deal out encounter cards. Our first encounter card is Magnetic Mayhem. When defeated, the player defeated this scheme discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. That player places 1 magnet counter on the main scheme for each of the magnetic card discarded this way. Comes in with 4. Then we've got a Creeping Willow, Guard, and Quick Strike. After he attacks and damages a character, we have to stun a character. I was thinking about... We'll just block with Quicksilver. Boom, boom. Perfect. We got a Electric Shock. You are stunned. Take 1 damage for each magnet counter on the main scheme. So we're going to go down to 4 health. Yikes. And we are stunned, which is really sad. But we're going to be focusing on threat here. Oh no, a Creeping Willow. Okay, well, I'll take the 1, and then I am stunned. That's fine. Cool. Not too bad. So, we'll pass this over here. Play Skilled Investigator over here on Scarlet Witch. Let's use a Dazzler and a Speed Cyclone to play Maximum Velocity. We'll go ahead and thwart for 2 here. When this comes out, Orbital Decay comes in with 6. We get to ready. Skilled Investigator triggers. We get to draw into a Justice Served. And then Skilled Investigator triggers over here. And we get to draw into... Ooh, the crest. The crest is here. Oh, it's so pretty. Beautiful. Alrighty. We're going to use a Helicarrier, a Justice Serve to do a Heroic Intuition. It's going to give us a +1 thwart, which we will need. And I think we're going to flip down because, yeah, we are dying. Actually, you know what we will do is we will go ahead and thwart 4 here. So this is going to go down to 3. Or, I'm sorry, just to 2. Just to 2. And then we have Scarlet Witch who can thwart down Orbital Decay, which will fully confuse Magneto. I'm pretty happy with that, actually, yeah. Okay, sweet. We will flip down to Pietro. And we'll start our kind of... We want 1 in Alter, 1 in Hero. And we want the... We want the first player to be in hero form. So they can flip down, trigger the superpowered siblings, and then the other character can flip up. So we are in the right rhythm, yeah, so far. Okay, so we've got Scarlet Witch. We'll go ahead and just thwart this. So Magneto loses steady. So he is fully confused now. That's nice. Let's go ahead and use Spiritual Meditation. We get to draw 2 cards, choose a card, or choose and discard 1 card from your hand. We are going to discard a Molecular Decay. Now the armored vest is good. It is good, but I think I have too many things that I want to play. We got chaos magic. We have a helicarrier. I'm thinking, if we can get Sorcerer Supreme and a Scarlet Witch's crest played, we're gonna be feeling pretty good about ourselves, and we can. But we also have a chaos magic and we have a helicarrier, so we can actually probably do a little bit more with our turn. And I think that is going to be to play a Hexbolt. So if we play a Hexbolt, we want Scarlet Witch's crest on first. So we can go Hope Summers Armored Vest for Scarlet Witch's crest. Yeah. Scarlet Witch is so much fun. So we got Scarlet Witch's crest on the table. Scarlet Witch's crest. When boost icons and encounter card are uncounted, we can exhaust it to increase it or decrease it by 1. So now we have a chaos magic using a Hexbolt, and we want to draw 2 cards. And we can do that. We can probably do that. Or at least we want to draw 1 card because we do have the helicarrier. So let's use chaos magic to play Hexbolt. This states to play a card from your hand, ignoring its resource card. Discard cards from the encounter deck equal to that cost. Got 1, 2. And we have played a Hexbolt. So discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. And we discard these first before we do any of the rest because it's a separate sentence. So we got 2, which is our card draw. We got a 0, which is deal 2 damage to an enemy. And we got a 0, which is another deal 2 damage to an enemy. We can increase. We're actually going to use her ability, Chaos Control. When boost icons would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons there instead, which is 1. 1 is remove 2 threat from a scheme, correct? Yeah, remove 2 threat from a scheme. I'm honestly thinking. I'm honestly thinking about stunning Magneto instead. And taking this up to 3, and then go 2 damage and 2 threat. But then we cannot play Sorcerer Supreme. I think it's better long term to play Sorcerer Supreme. We'll take the 1 hit. We actually are at. We don't even have a blocker. It may be worth actually. It may be worth just letting him scheme out. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Yeah. And then we have Agatha, which will help us play. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so Scarlet Witch takes this up to 3. So we will stun. Scarlet Witch is so thinky. But now we have a stun and confused Magneto. We have a 0, which deals 2 damage, which will hit the Creeping Willow. And then we have a 1, which is going to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We will. He's only scheming for 2. Actually, he's going to be scheming for 3. I'm wondering if we take it off the main. No, we'll take it off here. Pietro can hit that in 1 shot with a maximum velocity. He can clear it by himself. So let's take that. And then also that may mean that we, don't have to resolve a magnetic card right now. Okay. Oh wait, no, I wasn't going to stun. I was going to increase this to 2. So we're going to leave the threat there, and I wanted to draw the card because I was going to roll down. That's what it was. So I draw a card, which isn't an Iron Fist. We're going to flip down to Wanda. No, that's crazy. Because if I flip down, Agatha... That's interesting. We're gonna yeah. If we flip down, I think we stay down an entire round. Because I want to stay in that rhythm. I do think I want to stay in that rhythm. So if we flip down, or what we could do This is thinky. Instead of drawing the card, because we're flipping down, we have Agatha. We don't need Iron Fist. Instead of drawing the card, we can use Helicarrier and Agatha to get the cards needed, or get the resources needed, and then we can increase the, or just not use Scarlet, which is Crest, I guess. Or increase it up to, decrease the 1 down to 2 and take out the Creeping Willow. That's what we're going to do. We're going to flip down. Got Agatha, look at the top 3. Iron Fist, Warpath, Nick. We'll take Warpath. We're going to place these on the bottom because I would like those sooner. And then we got Helicarrier, Warpath, and that plays Sorcerer Supreme. I panicked there for a second because I was like, does she have the Mystic Trait in Wanda form? She does. Okay. Okay, I feel like that was a fairly nice. So yeah, we'll stand up. Sorry if that was a little confusing. That was that hurt my head to think about. Quicksilver's got 6 cards. We got Surveillance Team, Homeland Intervention, Accelerated Reflex, Heroic Intuition, Genius, and an Energy. And then Wanda has got 6. She has Med Team, Magic Shield, Spiritual Meditation. I think Magic Shield is going to be really important to play now. The problem here is that Magic Shield, if we are going to be flipping and having us in altered states, Magic Shield only protects Wanda, whereas Quicksilver is kind of hurting over here. Strength, Superpower Training, beautiful, and a Molecular Decay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really want to take down that Superpower Training. Friction resistance is so good for Quicksilver. Okay, I'm going to add 2 here. Magneto is going to scheme, but he's confused. Creeping Willow is going to scheme for 0. Magneto is going to scheme over here on Wanda for 3. 4, exhaust a character you control. That'll be Wanda. So 4 total. Okay, so that takes us up to 8. So we haven't lost the main yet. Man, multiplayer is so much more forgiving on these scheme thresholds. It's crazy. We got 2 cards. We got Seized. When revealed, each player places the top 6 cards of their deck face down under here. When defeated, Magneto activates against the player defeated this scheme. Okay, we're gonna go 2, 4, 6. We're gonna just put that there. And then we got 2, 4, 6 here. So these are Wandas, these are Quicksilvers. That's gonna be the hard part to remember. That comes with 6. Okay. Wanda's card is Wrapped in Metal. Attach your identity. We have to exhaust our identity and spend a physical resource to discard this card. Alrighty. Cool. This is going to pass over to Wanda. So we want Quicksilver to end in hero mode here, which is a little scary because Quicksilver doesn't really have anything protecting him. Let's use our Superpower Siblings ability. We're going to toss a Molecular Decay and a... Actually, let's use a Spiritual Meditation first. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. And discard a card from your hand. We'll discard a Molecular Decay. Okay. We got Agatha to look at the top 3. And we're going to take Iron Fist into our hand and put Death Focus there. She's so good. Now we're going to use the Superpower. We're going to toss the 2 Magic Shields to draw the 3 cards that we have there. We get an encounter card. But now we have Iron Fist. Now we can stun. And that's going to be very, very nice for Pietro. Pietro's going to have to heal. Maybe a Med Team would have been nice to keep. Oh, we also have a Nick. We could also play Nick. Let's go ahead and see what Pietro gets with his superpower. Let's go Homeland and Surveillance Team. We got Death Focus, sonic rifle, and a global logistics already. We do want to kill Creeping Willow. What I'm worried about is putting the superpower training out there and having friction resistance in this card. Magneto activates against the player. That's such a tough card. Yeah. Let's go ahead and have strength, energy, pay for Nick. We get 3 cards. Magic Shield, Brother Voodoo, and Chaos Magic. Ooh. You know what? We are going to flip up to Wanda. That way we have the Magic Shield and we can protect Pietro if we want to. Yeah, so let's go ahead and flip up to Scarlet Witch. And then we just have a lot more options. We'll go Brother Voodoo for a Death Focus. Med Team for a Superpower Training. Superpower Training can also grab Magic Shield, so that is a nice backup for Superpower Training. Your identity cannot thwart, attack, defend, or recover. Good thing these are none of those. We're going to Chaos Magic, a Iron Fist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, we got... I'm happy with that. I'm happy with getting rid of all of those. Iron Fist comes in with 2 Mystic counters. Iron Fist was ruled as an interrupt, and so that is important. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... I don't see a good way to do this any other way. We'll remove a Mystic counter. We'll block the tough and stun here. And then the actual attack does too. Let's use a Death Focus and a Helicarrier to play a Hex Bolt. Yeah. So we will discard 1, 2, 3. So we got a 2, a 1, and a 0. So 0 is deal 2 damage. 1 is remove 2 threat from a scheme. And 2 is draw a card. We are going to go ahead and use Scarlet Witch's Crest to up the... There's a lot of issues on the table right now. We're gonna up Master Magnetism to a 3 and confuse. We actually we may leave Pietro down in Alter Ego. Okay, and then we got a 0 and a 1. We're gonna throw 2 damage here and remove 2 threat from a scheme. Oh, 2 from here. Got a Med Team to play a Magic Shield. Or we do have Nick that can come up or can block for Pietro. I think we're gonna do that. Do we have any ways to ready? We don't. I really want to heal. You know what? We're probably just gonna stay down in Alter Ego, and yeah. So let's go ahead and have Nick thwart 2 on, and then there's a good chance Magneto activates again. He does that a lot, so there's a good chance that we will be able to block with Nick even still. Let's go ahead and thwart 2 down off of Seized. I think we need to take down Seized before we take down Superpower Training, just in case that friction resistance, and we will see. We'll have a good idea after our next draw. Okay. Pietro is going to heal. We are going to use a Genius to play a Heroic Intuition on Scarlet Witch. +1 fort. Got a Energy to play a Accelerated Reflex, which is a +1 defense. We got a Global Logistics to play Def Focus. And I think we'll hang on to the Sonic Rifle. Gotta start stacking everything. Okay, let's stand up. This way we also do save a magnet card, which is really important right now because Magneto can spiral. Once you have control, Magneto is a lot better, but it's getting that control, and getting the control is pretty tough. Okay, so Scarlet Witch gets 5. We got Electrostatic Armor. Warp Reality is going to be huge, so when an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel all of its effects and discard it. Discard cards from the encounter deck equal to the number of boost icons. That can save us. Armored Vest, Polaris, and a Hex Bolt. Pietro, we're going to hang on to the Sonic Rifle. Hey, there's Friction Resistance. Okay, so we can go after that superpower training relentlessly now. Monica, Hyper Perception, Sky Destroyer, and Always Be Running. 2, 4, 6. Beautiful. We're going to place 2 Threat here. Take us back up to 8. Magneto is stunned. Magneto is confused. Scheme for 0. Pass out encounter cards. Let's check Warped Reality real quick. When an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, so that could be anybody at the table, which seems really powerful. But let's see what we got. Got Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. We are going to cancel that so fast. It's not even going to be funny. We will use a Electrostatic Armor to play a Warp Reality. Helicarrier and Def Focus are actions, so we cannot use them in the villain phase, unfortunately. So when an encounter card is revealed, cancel it. Discard cards equal to the number of boost icons. There are no boost icons. Okay. And then we've got the Mutant Terrorist. Searching counter deck, discard pile for the Brotherhood side scheme and reveal it. If it did not interplay this way, bad things happen. So Brotherhood side scheme. Brotherhood comes in with 3 hindered 2. So that's going to be 7. Each Brotherhood Mutant's minion gains Quick Strike. Alrighty. Now I'm really hoping for a sweet Overwatch. Okay. And then we've got a Magneto's Armor. He cannot be stunned. After your hero makes a basic attack against Magneto, spend 1 of each resource to discard this card. Got to get rid of that. This is a exhaust your identity to get rid of, and Pietro is stunned. We're going to have to get creative there. Okay. This is going to pass over here. Okay. So we could discard like Monica and honestly Sky Destroyer is good. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it off this turn though. Let's go ahead and get rid of these to draw into a double time and a Always Be Running. We can do some major cleanup here with Pietro now. We're going to flip up to Quicksilver. We're going to go Helicarrier, Def Focus, and a double time to play Friction Resistance. So after you ready Quicksilver, ready this card. We are going to... Oh, he has guard. Dang it. Okay. Also, Nick is gone. I need to figure out how to get rid of the guard. Can I do that with my hand? I can. Okay. Before we do anything, before we attack or anything, we are going to call on and play a Hex Bolt. Helicarrier and Def Focus. We'll go Polaris and Hex Bolt. Or I'm sorry, Polaris and Focus Plate, Hex Bolt. We got 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty. So 3, we'll put a confuse here. We cannot stun him. The crest, we will reduce this to 0 and deal 2 damage to this guy, which removes the guard, which is important. And then we draw a card with the 2. I'm happy with that, which is a spiritual meditation. Alrighty. Now Quicksilver is going to attack to remove the stun. We're going to use friction resistance to play Always Be Running, which will ready Quicksilver and friction resistance. I'm trying to figure out how I can. Seize was out there. We need one more here. That's my bad. I really want to get rid of Brotherhood. I just don't know I can. We're thwarting for 2. I have to get rid of Magneto's armor. We're going to attack for 1. We're going to spend friction resistance. This is a hero response. This is a response. So we're all within the same response window. We're going to use a sonic rifle and an Always Be Running to get rid of Magneto's armor. Now he can be stunned. We're going to trigger our response here, and we're going to trigger our response here. We're going to use a helicarrier and a friction resistance to play a hyper perception. We have 3 thwart now. It's so tough. Before we take an action, let's see what we got. We got Spiritual Meditation, draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. Warpath, Molecular Decay. We'll toss the Warpath, or we'll toss Molecular Decay. That's fine. Do I thwart? Do I let this pop? Or I could continue the stun lock. I could continue the stun lock. Like I could stun, stay up, roll down with Scarlet Witch. We are missing out on the Superpower Siblings ability, which is sad, but I think we can fix it in a couple of turns, and we can prevent the magnet counter from popping. I would actually kind of rather to defeat the seized in Scarlet Witch's. Oh wait, Scarlet Witch can't do anything. We're gonna flip down. We just need a physical resource. So Scarlet Witch is flipping down. Agatha may be able to get the physical resource. So we'll yeah. If we don't thwart this, we lose the main. Are we okay with that? Maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what these cards are, but I'm feeling pretty okay without them. Got a Hex Bolt, Chaos Magic. It could be like Mansion and stuff, but honestly, we may not need it. We have Friction Resistance. I may just leave those cards for the rest of the game. That being said, we may leave Superpower Training out the rest of the game as well. If we're doing that, let's just go ahead and thwart for 3 here. Take this down to 6. I'm gonna leave this here, and we'll pass it over to Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is gonna flip down. Agatha is gonna look at the top three. 1, 2, 3. We can keep one of these. We have our damage too. We're gonna. Oh wait, these go on the bottom. We may overplay superpower training. We're gonna overplay superpower training with render medical aid. Just keep that out. That's a nice save. Got Warpath to play Armored Vest. We got Iron Fist. Oops. Stunning and dealing 3. We have all of the icons. But cool. Let's stand up. We are fairly built out at this point. So we could take that magnetic counter. Ha! Wait. Oh, wait. No, we're good. We're good. I need a physical resource. We got several industries. Agent 13. Do we have Sky Destroyer? I mean, we're just gonna leave those cards. We're okay with that. Okay, we got one there. An extra card. Each Brotherhood of Mutants minion gains Quick Strike. We do have a 3 defense though, so that shouldn't be too bad with Quicksilver. Okay. We've got Overwatch. Ooh, that's nice. Global Logistics and a Homeland Intervention. Okay, so we got a nice little engine going there. Wanda gets 6 cards. We got 2, 4, 6. Spiritual Meditation, Hexbolt, Quicksilver, Hope. Why couldn't Quicksilver be in there? Cool. We're gonna place 3 here. Take us up to 9. We are stunned, confused. We have a lot of encounter cards. First up for Quicksilver, a sound thrashing. When revealed, each copy of Creeping Willow attacks the player it is engaged with, even if that player is in alter ego form. If you were not attacked this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Creeping Willow and reveal it. So let's go ahead and find a copy of Creeping Willow. We will defend, and we will ready. Okay. M-type Sentinel. When defeated, give Magneto a tough status card. This has guard. And then we've got a magnetic missile. Search, defeat a Sentinel minion in play, then take 5 damage. You may discard X cards from your hand to prevent that much damage. So we defeat this. When defeated, he gets a tough status card. This does surge. And we can discard X cards to prevent that much damage. I really want Global Logistics. I'm sorry, Overwatch. Several industries is going to be really nice to have. I'm going to probably discard 3. I will take 2 damage. Because there are things in there that will deal, I think, 2 direct damage. But we'll see. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Uh-oh. The magnet counter triggers. This is why Magneto sucks. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Okay. Then we got an M-type Sentinel. Guard. When defeated, give him a tough status card. It wasn't good, but honestly, I have had much, much worse turns. Alrighty, sweet. Pass this over to Wanda. We'll go Agatha. Search the top 3. Give me a physical. I don't have a physical. I'll take Professor X, I guess. Do we have physicals? We have one. We have a wild as well. Oh, wait, we have Quicksilver. Just kidding. Okay. We'll exhaust our identity, spend a physical or wild resource to get rid of wrapped in metal. That makes a lot of sense. I guess the nice thing about having the alter ego be in be first player is that you can trigger skilled investigator on both turns. So that is nice. Render medical aid is not a bad target at this point. We do have magic shield. Molecular decay can take care of the M-type sentinel. Well, let's just flip up. We'll just flip up. Okay. Let's go spiritual meditation. We'll take the 2 molecular decays. Actually, first, do we want to... We're going to attack here. Deal 2 damage. Iron Fist, then we'll play spiritual meditation. Because I want Iron Fist back in the rotation. And hopefully we can grab a Hex Bolt to deal some nice Death Focus and a Molecular Decay to play a Hex Bolt. Discard the top 3 cards of the deck. 2, 0, and 1. We're going to Scarlet Witch's Crest this to a 3 to stun. We got a 0, which is 2 damage. We'll hit the Creeping Willow. We got a 2 threat removal. We're going to hit the Brotherhood. Okay. Hope is search your deck. So not deck and discard, unfortunately. We'll go Helicarrier to play another Magic Shield. Just helps save us a little bit. And we'll go Hope, Armored Vest, and Molecular Decay for a X. We'll confuse Magneto. Excellent. Quicksilver's thwarting for 3. 7 is such a weird number to have on a scheme. We don't have a... Yeah, okay. We may take out Render Medical Aid. Well, Scarlet Witch has not taken any damage. But it would be nice to get Quicksilver a nice little boost back up to nice bit of health. We'll go here. Take that down to 2. We'll just get rid of that. I think we need to get rid of that regardless, and that's just gonna be how we can do it. Okay. Quicksilver. Oh, we have Overwatch. We'll place Overwatch on Asteroid M. We will thwart for 3. We'll trigger Overwatch to clear the Brotherhood. Skilled Investigator triggers for Scarlet Witch, which is Chaos Magic. We'll hang on to that. Skilled Investigator was already exhausted, but we get to response, ready. Friction Resistance, we'll place several. Which I think is the only X Factor location in the game, which is kind of fun. Forge can go grab it if he wants to. Okay. What do we want to do with our lives? So we're placing 3. We're going up to 9 on that. I'm honestly a little okay if that schemes out. We'll take 3 off of Magnetic Mayhem. We'll flip down. Several Industries. We don't even have Quicksilver cards in our discard pile, so we cannot trigger it. But we'll stand up. I like the fact that we... I need to heal. I need to heal with Pietro. Scarlet Witch is going to hang on to Chaos Magic. She's going to get a Hex Bolt, Spiritual Meditation, Energy, and a Iron Fist. There he is. Love to see him. And then Pietro is going to get a Maximum Velocity, Reinforced Sinew, Energy, Global Logistics. Always be running 2, 3, or 2, 4, 5, and a Justice Served. Right now, this Maximum Velocity is going to put in some work. I think there's a lot of always be runnings in there. If I was a better player, I would know. Alrighty, let's go ahead and add 2, 3. Magneto is stunned and confused. Oh, that's the tough. He's well, I guess M-type Sentinel also needs to attack. We're gonna actually take that on Scarlet Witch. I know Professor X is gonna get discarded at the end of the round, but there are a lot of additional activations that Magneto can have. I'd rather him block a Magneto activation, and we're going to be able to heal 5 from among characters that we control once we hit render medical aid. So it's okay for Scarlet Witch to take a little bit of damage. We'll deal out encounter cards. Scarlet Witch, Magnetic Missile, Surge, defeat a Sentinel minion in play, and then take 5 damage. Do I just take the 5 damage? I'm going to just take the 5 damage here. Famous last words. Surged into Black Tom Cassidy. Villainous Black Tom Cassidy cannot take damage while Creeping Willow is in play. Searching counter deck and discard pile for 1 copy of Creeping Willow and put it into play engaged with you. Any in here? Nope. I was like, I'm gonna take the Black Tom Cassidy is gonna be an issue. So Creeping Willow. We'll have X block the Creeping Willow attack. Okay. Pietro. Need for Speed. You can flip to Alter Ego form. We can exhaust Pietro to remove this into your game, or remove it from the game, or exhaust your identity. You cannot ready. We'll exhaust and remove this from the game. Boom. Easy peasy. Pass this back over to Pietro, and okay. Let's toss a reinforced sinew and a. Do we have a hex bolt? We do have a hex bolt. So let's go ahead and keep the global logistics. Let's toss Justice Serve. That's so sad. To draw Sky Destroyer and global logistics. We'll use several to shuffle in reinforced sinew. Okay. We will flip up to hero form. Def Focus will play Always Be Running. No, wait, just kidding. Haha. Friction Resistance will play Always Be Running, which will ready here and here. We got a. Use this Helicarrier and this Def Focus. We're going to keep that Helicarrier. We're going to use the Global Logistics and Def Focus to play Maximum Velocity. X is gone. We'll use a Global Logistics. We'll exhaust Helicarrier to look at the top 4 cards of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a 3, which is excellent. Iron Fist is here, so we can confuse Magneto. We want to. Quicksilver has a 3 attack. We can take out Black Tom and Creeping Willow. We are about to deck out. So I almost want to wait a turn. We may just toss all of these and wait a turn so that they don't hit the reshuffle. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Hold on. Actually, I'm sorry. I want to use Helicarrier energy for Sky Destroyer first. That's because then Global Logistics triggers that. Nope. Friction Resistance instead of Helicarrier. Okay, this is scary. This health is scary. Quicksilver's health is scary. We don't really have any. Oh my goodness, this is actually not good. Okay, so we're gonna keep slipping sanity, and we are going to discard the rest. I have not used my super speed response yet. We do have a 5 thwart, and it feels bad not to. I think now is a good time to hit render medical aid. Sky Destroyer is going to trigger and deal 2 damage to Creeping Willow. We will thwart for 5 here. That's just gonna save a lot of problems. Then we get to ready. We're gonna call on an action. We're gonna go Death Focus. Well, actually, first we're gonna do Spiritual Meditation. Draw 2 cards, Polaris and Molecular Decay. We're gonna toss Molecular Decay. We're gonna use a Death Focus and a Helicarrier to play. Not Helicarrier. We're gonna use a Death Focus and a Polaris to play Hexbolt. 1. If we actually discard this, we deck out, and then we can kill Black Tom Cassidy and be okay with it, and just go for him. I guess we can do that with Scarlet Witch's Crest too. Or I'm sorry, her Chaos Control. Okay, we're good here. So we got Shadows and Master Plan. So that's a lot of card draw. We're going to discard that. Go here. We deck out, so that's an acceleration token. Actually, I think all of these are in the... These are all actually going to be in the reshuffle, so we'll do that. We're going to confuse here. We got 2 for a card draw, which is good. And then 1 for remove 2 threat from the scheme. Honestly, I'm good with that. Okay. So confuse, card draw, remove threat. Yep. Okay. So card draw. We're going to remove this threat. We'll each heal 5 from our identity. I feel much better about my life. I have not even really touched Magneto, but that's how a lot of the games with Magneto go. You have to get built up, get that Sunlock going, maintain the board state, and we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. And actually, I'm going to have discarded my Electrostatic Armor rather than the Molecular Decay. Because now I can... Well, let's see what Skilled Investigator brings us. It brings us a strength that is huge, and we got a maximum velocity over here, which is fine. We'll hang on to that. But that means that we can play both the Molecular Decay and the Chaos Magic. I love this game. Okay, let's go Strength and Energy to play Iron Fist. It's still actually Quicksilver's turn. So we're going to thwart for 5 here. Pass over. We're going to do the Strength and Energy to pay for Iron Fist. Scarlet Witch is going to take out the Creeping Willow. We are going to Chaos Magic Black Tom Cassidy. Deal 5 damage. Discard the top 2 cards in counter deck. For each boost icon, deal an additional 1/1, which is going to kill Black Tom. Iron Fist is going to knock the tough, deal 2, and stun. And this is the time we're going to fix. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix our flipping. We're not going to roll down with Scarlet Witch. We're going to stay up, and then we'll get in the right rotation of when we want to be flipping down. We're going to hang on to the maximum velocity because that's good. That's done. We're going to stand up. I do wish I had one blocker, but we're gonna be fine. The only problem is that he does have something in there that says he can't be confused, which would be sad if we lost that, but it's a roll of the dice. So we got maximum velocity, always be running. Let's go. A Dazzler, Monica 2 for surveillance team. Then Scarlet Witch has got Brother Voodoo, Nick, Spiritual Meditation, Quicksilver, and a Hexbolt 2, 4, 5. Perfect. We got 4 threat going here. Up to 8. Magneto is stunned against Quicksilver. And he's going to attack Scarlet Witch with a boost card. I think I'm going to block with Quicksilver here. We want Scarlet Witch to roll down. So Quicksilver is going to stay in hero form for 2 rounds. So he's going to have some issues staying alive. We do have a Nick Fury for a block next turn. Oh wait, no, he's not. We're going to block with Quicksilver. So 3 plus 2, we get to ready. We take 1, or we take 2. And we place a magnet counter. Okay. Pass out in counter cards. Actually, it was +1 because of the amplify. Okay. Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. No. Magnet counter does clear. So we'll discard until we get a magnetic card. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Now they did come back and say that you do remove the magnet counters before you reveal that card. So we don't just continuously cascade magnetic cards. Okay. Over here, we got Master Magnetism. Take the topmost magnetic card in the encounter discard pile and give it to Magneto as a face-down boost card. Okay, so if this is an attack, defeats an ally, place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Oops, sorry about that. So he's attacking for 4 plus 2 boost cards. Honestly, I think we have to step in with Iron Fist here. 4 plus 2 boost cards. We know one of them is 0. So he's hitting us for 4. We don't die. Scarlet Witch is rolling down. We're going to take it. 4. Oh, huge. Huge. Plus 0. So we just take 4. So we're down to 4 health. And a card here. Okay. This is going to pass over to Scarlet Witch. Do we have a Hexbolt? We do! We do have a Hexbolt. Let's go ahead and play Spiritual Meditation. Draw 2, discard 1. Superpower Training, Med Team. Let's toss our Brother Voodoo. Okay. Oh. Hit. Nice. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Let me go through this. We got Depth Focus and Superpower Training to play a Hexbolt. We have a global. Well, we can't exhaust anything. So discard 3 cards. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful sight. How did I get rid of his tough card? Oh, Iron Fist did. And he did not get another one. Okay. Honestly, I'm good here. We're going to use Scarlet Witch's Crest to change this to a stun. This is pretty fun. Check this out. Check this out. We'll go 4 damage here. So that's 5, 4. Because these are zeros. Okay. While we're up here, do we want to do anything with our lives? We do have Nick, which would be really great to play. I probably should have played Nick before I played the Hexbolt. I can play Nick. I can play Nick. We're good. We're good. So we're going to flip down to Wanda. We're going to go Agatha. We'll take a Warp Reality. And Iron Fist is going to thwart Magnetic Mayhem. So when defeated, the player who defeated this game discards the top 4 cards. For some reason, I thought this was the activation one. This is way less exciting. I thought this was the activation one. So we got no magnet, 1 magnet, and the stun, and 2. Okay, so we are going to place 2 magnet counters here. We're going to discard cards until we get a magnetic card. This just surges. I actually don't know if I resolve this now. I think I do. Magnetically sealed. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each ally in play. So this is going to come in with 4 and a crisis icon. 2, 4. What I thought I was going to be able to do is seize is the one where Magneto activates, and then I was going to play Dazzler to reconfuse him. Whatever. It still worked out. We'll go Helicarrier to play Quicksilver Med Team Warp Reality for Nick. And we will actually don't what I should have done. I majorly misplayed that last turn, because what I should have done is had Iron Fist thwart when I was in hero form, skilled investigator. I would have saved the Helicarrier for Quicksilver over here. It's fine. It's whatever. It's just kind of funny. I do have a maximum velocity. I haven't always be running, so I think we're kind of fine. We'll go 3 cards. Got Warpath, encounter card. That's really funny. Okay, but I mean we're starting to push, which is nice. Okay, so that's Warpath, Brother Voodoo, and a Molecular Decay. Nick will go ahead and we have 3 activations of 5 thwart. We'll thwart here. 2. Okay. I guess I could superpower siblings right here. I do want to get Brother Voodoo into play, so we'll go Molecular Decay and Warpath. We'll draw into a Spiritual Meditation and a Warp Reality. We'll play a Spiritual Meditation to draw into a Molecular Decay and a Chaos Magic. We'll toss a Warp Reality. I was kind of just looking for a double, but it didn't work. That's fine. Okay, it is Quicksilver's turn. Let's go ahead and we've got a Dazzler and a Surveillance team to play Maximum Velocity. We will thwart for 5 off of Magnetically Sealed. Oh, I could not have thwarted with Nick. Haha. We'll add 2 threat back, and we'll deal 2 damage to... This is what happens when I get sloppy and I don't start putting my tokens out. Okay. Then we get to ready and ready. Oh my gosh, the Helicarrier would have been great. I would have been so much happier. Now we're good. We'll go 5 here. 2, 4, 5. Friction Resistance will play Always Be Running, which will ready here, and Friction Resistance. I mean, we have 3 attack. We might as well just start attacking. We'll attack for 3. Okay. Did I play Maximum Velocity last turn? I think I did. I think I actually have more health with Quicksilver because I had +2 defense, but it's fine. That's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, we are fixed. Wanda didn't do anything. I'm actually healing with Wanda. That was the whole point. Okay. Alrighty. feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and toss Brother Voodoo. We're going to keep Chaos Magic. We're going to keep Molecular Decay. We got a Hex Bolt. Got a Molecular Decay. A Polaris. And a Hex Bolt. Love me Hex Bolts. Quicksilver. Do we keep Monica? I think we keep Monica here. Monica, Speed Cyclone, Scarlet Witch, Double Time 2, 4, and a Always Be Running. We're going to place 4 here. Take this up to 7. Stun, Confused. Encounter cards. Scarlet Witch. Got a Gang Up. This is going to Surge. We're an Alter Ego. Into an Advance. He's going to Scheme for 2. Plus 2 is 4. That's enough to pop. Okay. When revealed, place 1 Magnet counter here. If Sabotage Master Mold is not in the victory display, it is. So this comes in with 2 and a Magnet counter. Next card is a Creeping Willow, Guard, and Quick Strike. Thank goodness we are an Alter Ego. Over here, we got Quicksilver with Shadow of the Past. Yikes. Where did I put shadows? Okay, so Quicksilver is getting his shadows. Not shadows, it's shadow. It's singular. We got Avalanche Insight 2. When revealed, place 2 threat on the main scheme. When revealed, each player must choose to either take 2 damage or exhaust their identity. Take 2 indirect damage. We're going to throw that on Nick. Over there. And Insight 1. Oh, geez. That is 1 threat. Okay. Comes with 4. We're going to make our decision on what we're doing with Quicksilver here in a second. 2 damage is not great. Okay. So Quicksilver does have an Always Be Running. He has a Double Time which can take out Avalanche. Okay. We do have an Always Be Running, which we can ready Avalanche. We're thwarting for 3. I'm so scared about taking the damage. We're gonna take the damage. We're gonna roll down, but we have the thing that deals damage equal to counter card. So we will have to make sure that we have 1 activation in order to heal. So the 2 damage is more important than the healing right here. I think we'll be okay with that, but it's a little scary. Okay. This passes over to Quicksilver. Okay. We have a Speed Cyclone, a Scarlet Witch, and a Helicarrier to play Monica Chang. After Monica Chang enters play, we're going to go find a Surveillance team and place an extra Snoop counter on it. Sky Destroyer is going to deal 2 damage here. We do have a Hex Bolt, which hopefully can take out Avalanche. I'm feeling okay with that. We're going to use Friction Resistance instead of Helicarrier because that's how you play the game. We're going to go ahead and thwart 3 here. We will ready Friction Resistance. Surveillance team will go ahead and take 1. Skilled Investigator will trigger. We'll draw into a strength. Ooh, that's does not matter. Strength will play double time, which will go 2 on Avalanche. Oh, 2 here on the main. We'll thwart 3. Friction resistance will play always be running, which will stand up. We will flip down and heal for 3. Okay. Okay. And we have a helicarrier over here. Monica is going to hit Creeping Willow for 1. Then a Hexbolt can take Creeping Willow out. Pietro didn't use his... That's fine. That's fine. We didn't use Superpower Siblings, but I'm happy with how that turned out. We do have several industries, though. So, always be running and a... Oh, sorry. I thought the time had stopped on the recording. It's like, and a maximum velocity. 2, 4, 6. And we're going to see all of those next turn, which is going to be glorious. Okay. Wanda is going to trigger the... We're going to go Molecular Decay. And Chaos Magic is so good. I want to play Polaris because that's like the idea behind the deck. But I think the right call here is to toss Polaris. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's do Agatha. We got Professor X, a strength, and an armored vest. We'll take Professor X, and we'll put strength on the top. That didn't help. Okay, we're gonna go Polaris and a Molecular Decay. Yeah, we'll play Polaris. Don't worry, we'll play Polaris. To draw 3 cards: Energy, Electrostatic Armor, and a Quicksilver. I would have loved to discard Quicksilver. Flip up to Scarlet Witch. We will use a Death Focus and the Helicarrier over here to play Hexbolt. Discard the top 3. We got 1, we got 3, and we got 0. We're going to crest this up to 2 for a card draw. Actually, yeah. Magneto's armor will confuse. No, stun. Because we have an X. And then the 2 will take out the Creeping Willow. Okay. We have a Spiritual Meditation. I guess we'll just play that. We got a Med Team and a Hexbolt. We will discard Quicksilver. We will go Energy for a Hexbolt. Zero, 1, 2. We'll toss the 1 and recount at a 0. So that's 4 damage in a card draw. We got a Superpower Training. We will go Helicarrier and Superpower Training to play Hexbolt. 2 damage. Draw a card. So plus 2 cards and 2 more damage here. Now we're rocking and rolling. Plus 2 cards is Hope Summers and a Strength. We're going to go X and Hope Summers to play Professor X. We will confuse Mags. I guess we'll go ahead and just take this down to 1 just in case we ever need it. It's also a nice card draw if we ever do it. We will Chaos Magic a Molecular Decay, so we'll discard 3, 1, 2, 3. Deal 5, 7 total damage. Down to 11. Alrighty. Med Team will play Electrostatic Armor over here on Pietro. Scarlet Witch will punch for 1. Probably should have healed, but here we are. Okay, let's stand up. We will have a maximum velocity. We will have a ready. Where's my attack? My attack one is coming as well. And so at that point, we're attacking for 4 with every activation of Pietro. When we flip to stage 2, we deal each other a face down card, and it becomes a 3/3. So I don't think we'll be able to 1-turn kill him, but it's not the end of the world if we push. So we are set up very, very well to push at this point. Also, I have Magic Shield. I do need to remember that. Because Magic Shield can actually protect Pietro if Scarlet Witch is in hero form and he draws like the deal 2 damage or whatever. Okay. So Pietro is going to get 6. We got 2, 4, 6. Always be running, Sonic, Homeland, Maximum Velocity, and always be running. I mean, at this point, we're looking at a lot of damage. Scarlet Witch is going to get a card and a card. She's got an Armored Vest. Might as well just throw that down. I got so lucky with that Seized. The Seized is a really solid grab for whatever cards were put under there. Okay, so we got Strength, Armored Vest, Chaos Magic, Polaris, Warpath, 2, 4, 5. Nice. Plays 4. Stun, Confuse. Encounter cards. Pietro is looking at an M-type Sentinel. That guard is annoying. And then Scarlet Witch is looking at a Creeping Willow. We will block with X. And then we've got a Homo Superior. We attach this to a minion and give it a tough status card. We're going to attach it over here to the M-type Sentinel. I hate it. I hate it. But I want to clear this guard so Iron Fist can hit Magneto. Alrighty. This passes. X is gone. So it would have been nice. No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Let's go Strength and Armored Vest to play Polaris. We'll get a tough status card on her. We will Chaos Magic Warpath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toughness. Scarlet Witch will hit 1. Polaris will hit the 2nd. To take out Creeping Willow. Iron Fist will attack for a total of 3. Take him down to 7. And stun. I was like, there's one more thing. I don't remember what it was, though. Okay. And that's going to be it for Iron Fist. Okay. Warpath is going to hang out for a little bit. Scarlet Witch is not going to be able to trigger the Superpower Siblings either. But at least Pietro is going to get that benefit. We'll flip down to Wanda. Go Agatha. We got Superpower Training, Warp Reality, and a Hex Bolt. We're going to put the Hex Bolt and Warp Reality on the bottom of the deck. We will go ahead and use a Helicarrier to play a Superpower Training out here. Probably not looking to attack it, just thinning. It's also attack against Master Plan at this point, but alrighty. Pietro. So let's go Homeland Intervention, and I do probably need Sonic Rifle out here. Let's go Several Industries. We're gonna go a Always Be Running. Do we have another Always Be? We do have another Always Be Running. Yeah, we'll go Always Be Running. Shuffle both of those Always Be Running into a deck of now 4 cards. We will toss a Homeland Intervention and a... honestly, a Genius. We got a Helicarrier, a Friction Resistance, and we'll get +1 card. Always Be Runnings can be played with Friction Resistance, Maximum Velocity. I do want that Genius. Is it Sonic Rifle? Do we toss Sonic Rifle? We actually may be fine. We could probably just thwart that down. He's only scheming for... we're going to place 4. He's going to scheme for 2, probably 3. That's going to be 7. We'll be fine. We're going to keep the... we're going to toss the Sonic Rifle and Homeland to draw 3 cards. Always Be Running, and a Reinforced Sinew. Beautiful. It's so pretty. Alrighty. Do we want to heal? No, we don't. Oh, we have a guard. That's annoying as all. Get out. Ah, stupid guard. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Take each one of the steps as it comes. Let's go Monica to... oh, Monica knocks herself out. That's fine. Knock herself out to knock the tough. This thing has 10 hit points. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, let's use a Genius for a Reinforced Sinew. Is that on the... that's kind of on the screen. There's a lot of cards here. Quicksilver is +1. We're going to use a Friction Resistance and a Depth Focus to play a Maximum Velocity. We will attack for 4. We will ready. We will attack for 4. Friction Resistance will Always Be Running. Stand up, attack for 4. That's ready. So that's going to take the M-Type Sentinel out. And it gives Magneto a tough status card. Oh my goodness, there are so many things that like are messing with that. Ah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think we have any more upgrades, so it's not worth hitting that Superpower Training. Yeah, we're out of upgrades. We're just gonna leave the Superpower Training. We will Friction Resistance Always Be Running to ready. We'll go ahead and take this down to 0. Friction Resistance Always Be Running to ready. Well, I guess attack and knock off the top. That was such a sad turn. We had so much potential. Friction Resistance to ready for an Always Be Running, and hits him for 4. Grumble. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, there you go. And at least he's only scheming for 2 now. That's so funny. That is too funny. Alrighty, we'll stand up. We got 1 card, which is a double time. Deal out an encounter card. Okay. But the nice thing is that all of our key pieces, we have so many Always Be Runnings. We can set that turn up probably in 2 turns again. And Wanda also has a lot of damage. We're fine. We're fine. So we got Quicksilver, or we got Double Time, Global Logistics, Agent 13, Dazzler, and a maximum velocity. So 2, 4, 5. Alrighty. Then Wanda over here has got Hexbolt, Med Team, Nick, Energy, Molecular Decay, 2, 4, 5, and a Brother Voodoo. Nice. Okay, we'll add 4. Max is going to scheme for 2, 4. So we go up to 8. Mags is stunned against here. Pass out cards. Get another acceleration token. Wanda likes her acceleration tokens. I don't think he lasts another deck pass, though, so I think we're good. Oh, maximum velocity actually should be in this deck as well. I think technically I should have... I had a... What did I have in my hand? I had a maximum... Or I had a double time. We're actually just going to redo the entire deck because that maximum velocity should have been in there. That's on me. Sky Destroyer has not put in the work that I wanted it to. So Quicksilver has Speed Cyclone, Homeland, Sonic. That actually looks very similar. Okay. And Quicksilver needs another card. Wanda's got a Master Plan. That's totally fine. This is up to 10. This is up to 5. Cool. That works. Quicksilver's got a Metal Shards. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. And then place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. And we've got Extortion of Seismic Proportion. It has Insight 1 and a Crisis. Comes in with 4. Got to take care of that. Okay. Pass this over to Quicksilver. We'll go Surveillance Team to clear 1 here. Friction Resistance. We'll play Justice Served. We will thwart here to clear this. Justice Served. We will use this response to ready. So ready Friction Resistance. We'll use Skilled Investigator to draw into a Global Logistics. Oh, that's beautiful right there. Ah, love it. You gotta love it. We still have not used Quicksilver's ability, so we'll go ahead and thwart. Or no, just kidding. We're gonna use Friction Resistance. Go Helicarrier. Okay. So I want to keep Helicarrier for Sky Destroyer if I can. So we can go Homeland Intervention. Do I have a stun? I have a Hex Bolt. I'm trying to figure out how I can... How I can fix this. I may just miss a Sky Destroyer. But, actually, you know what we can do? This is what we can do. We can go Global Logistics. Yeah, Global Logistics will exhaust Helicarrier. For Global Logistics, we'll look at 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 damage and a stun here, so we'll toss that. That will set up the Hex Bolt very nicely. We got a Sky Destroyer for 2. We will Def Focus a Speed Cyclone. Stun. Friction Resistance. Homeland Double Time for a Sonic Rifle. We're actually, no, we're going to do this. We're going to go the 1, and we can remove 2 threat. Oh, this is a card draw. We can go card draw. Damage? Yeah. Card draw, damage. That's going to help us a lot. Sonic Rifle is going to be the thing that confuses mags. I did thwart without removing threat. We're going to go ahead and take this down to 3. Or take this down by 3. Quicksilver can then be protected by Magic Shield because Wanda's going to roll up. We're going to flip down with PHO. We're going to use several industries to shuffle in a Speed Cyclone and Double Time. Feeling pretty good. Okay. Wanda is going to use Agatha. We got Spiritual Meditation, and a Hex Bolt. We will take the Hex Bolt. Drop Spiritual Meditations on the bottom. We will toss a Brother Voodoo and a Med Team to draw 3 cards using Superpower Siblings. We got Hope, Molecular Decay, and a Molecular Decay. We got some damage, yo. We got some damage. Let's go. That's exciting. Okay. We're at 7 health. He's stunned, confused. We're gonna flip up. We're gonna be inefficient. We're gonna knock this one. So he is going to flip to Magneto 3. Oh, and we're dealing out cards. Ah, that's a bad call. So actually, before we do that, because I set that up, he has 1 health. 1 second. We will Def Focus and hope for a Hex Bolt. We got card draw. 2 threats and 2 damage. We're gonna take it. So that's gonna pop Magneto over. We get an M-type Sentinel, which is going to be fine, I think. 2 threat takes this down to 4. 2 damage pushes, and then a card draw, which is Quicksilver. That's gonna push here. So Steady Toughness. He has all the status cards now. Deal each player a face down encounter card. So M-type Sentinel over here for Quicksilver. And after he attacks you, place 1 Magna counter. He comes in with 44 health. $30. 40. 4. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Where's Chaos Magic? Is Chaos Magic in our... No, it's over. It's down there. Dang it. Okay. Go Helicarrier, Quicksilver, and Energy to play Nick. When Nick enters play, we will draw 3 cards. We got Warp Reality, Hex Bolt, and a Spiritual Meditation. We are at 4. We're going to go up by 5, which would take us to 9. I'm okay losing the main scheme, honestly. We can probably deal with it, but we're just going to use here to pop the tough. I'm okay playing slightly riskier right now. And we've got 3 Molecular Decays. I don't think we can play them all. But we can spiritual meditation to get a spiritual meditation and another encounter card. I'm fishing for a chaos magic because chaos magic is going to help us push a lot of damage here. Okay. One more card and discard a card. Hope Summers. I don't know if chaos magic is... I actually don't know if it's superpower traded. We're going to toss the Warp Reality. We'll play another spiritual meditation. Iron Fist and a Quicksilver. We'll toss Quicksilver. Iron Fist is not a bad call here. He's already stunned. We probably don't need Iron Fist. We're cycling through this deck really quickly. So let's just go Iron Fist, Hope Summers. We go Hexbolt. Yeah, we're going to play Hexbolt. We have a Witch Crest and we have Chaos Control. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 damage. We are going to crest. No, we're going to discard one of these to pull into a 0, and we'll crest the 1 into a 2 for a card draw. So that's 4 damage and a card draw, which is Armored Vest. I was really hoping for a Chaos Magic. We could risk it again and go Hexbolt. Molecular Decay is a lot of damage, though. It's kind of hard not to play Molecular Decay here. If we draw 2 cards, but we cannot... We very easily could be left with a dead hand. So let's use a Hexbolt, Armor Vest, Molecular Decay to play a Molecular Decay. We'll deal 5 card draw. 5 plus 5, so 10 damage to Mags. It's a nice little Molecular Decay. We've got 2, 4, 6. Down to 24. So we depending on what comes up, we have a guard over here, which is annoying to say the least. But let's go ahead and hang on to the Molecular Decay. We'll stand up. We do have a Magic Shield protection because we are in hero form. I don't really see us rolling back down to Alter Ego form. We may. But we do have 2 Magnet counters, which is a little scary. Hang on to Molecular. We got Chaos Magic. That's perfect. Spiritual Meditation, Brother Voodoo, and a Strength. Pietro has got Always Be Running, Strength, Double Time, Homeland, Overwatch, and a Double Time. Now, we do have Maximum Velocity, and we can search for that with Superpower Siblings. So, we have a shot. I'm going to place 5 here. Up to 9. Mags is stunned and confused. Deal out encounter cards. Pietro has got an M-type Sentinel. We knew about that. And then a Gang Up, which is going to surge. We're an Alter Ego to Slipping Sanity. I can flip to Alter Ego form for Scarlet Witch. And we can exhaust Wanda or discard the top 5 cards in the encounter deck for each star icon. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. We're going to flip and exhaust. That was the second. Master Magnetism. Okay, so he's scheming. Okay, fine. So take the topmost magnetic card. Exhaust each ally you control. Okay. So he's going to scheme for 3. We'll exhaust each one of these. Plus 3 is 6. We're at 9, so that's enough to pop here. Place 2 magnet counters here. Physical Strain is attached. Comes in with 2. Threats out at 14. Magnetic Bubble. He gains Retaliate 1, and whenever you would take an amount of damage, there's 8 or more damage here, you discard the card. That's not great. And then Homo Superior, we got another 10 health M-type Sentinel. Yeah. Okay. Nick is gone. What we'll chaos. We'll Molecular Decay this M-type Sentinel over here. There's The magnetic bubble is annoying as all get out. Okay, let's go Wanda. We'll go Agatha to look at the top 3. Take 1. Take Hexbolt. We will Spiritual Meditation to draw Professor X and Hexbolt, and we'll discard a Brother Voodoo. We will Superpower Siblings. I'm trying to remember if I passed that first player token. I actually don't remember if I did or not. I think I did. Yeah, because we want the first player to be, and she was forced into altar. Okay. Actually, let's see what Pietro's got over here. Let's go Overwatch and Homeland for a Always Be Running, a Genius, a Speed Cyclone. Come on, give me that. Oh, I'm so close. I don't think I have any more card draw. It's like I really wanted the maximum velocity there. Okay. We have any? No cards there. Do we care to confuse him? I don't know if we do. I think we go Energy Professor X to draw a med team. We have a fairly decent chance of drawing into molecular decays, which is good. And Hexbolt and a Brother Voodoo. Okay. We will flip up to Scarlet Witch. Oh, that magnetic bubble is so annoying. He has Retaliate 1. Let's just go ahead and Chaos Magic the Molecular Decay on Magneto. At 1, 2, oh wait, 3 for the payment. And then we got 3, which is perfect here. So Magnetic Bubble will take 1. Okay. So that's nice. We use a Strength for a Hexbolt. We got a 1, and a 1. I don't want ones. That's threats, right? We're going to toss this and reveal a 1. Excellent. Do we have another Hexbolt? We do have another Hexbolt. Guess we'll take 2. We'll Scarlet Witch this into a 2 to draw a card. And then we will remove 2 from here. What do we get? Got a Hope Summers. Interesting. Okay. We'll go Helicarrier, or we'll go Death Focus and a Helicarrier to play a Hexbolt. 0, 3, 2. So that's a card draw, a stun, and a 2 damage. He has 10 health. That's too much health. It's too much. I think we have to kill the M-type Sentinel. We'll throw 2 here. We drew a card, Armored Vest. Armor Vest, Hope Summers, and Brother Voodoo. Okay. We're gonna play a med team. We'll use 1 med team to heal 2 here. We have a magic shield. We can protect a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Pietro. Flip up. Quicksilver. We will. Actually, we're going to heal before we flip up to take this to 9. Full health. Friction resistance will always be running to ready and ready. We have Def Focus Helicarrier for a double time to deal 4. We've got I should have seen that I had the Speed Cyclone and confused here instead. I guess I have Sonic Rifle, so that's fine. Well, Friction Resistance Speed Cyclone for double time to take out the M-type Sentinel. Should give Mags it tough. Too many barriers. Okay. We will attack, knock the tough. She'll ready. Sonic Rifle will confuse. I'm actually gonna hang on to the always be running, I think. We'll probably toss strength and energy. We don't need those. Attack for 2. But in always be running, we probably hit maximum velocity next turn. So this is worth 2 additional damage next turn than it is this turn. I don't think we need the strength and genius. I think we just want to search for maximum velocities and more always be runnings. Let's stand up. We will get a magnet card this turn, which is sad, but we should be fine. Scarlet Witch has got a molecular decay, warp reality, molecular decay, spiritual meditation, and a Nick 245. Quicksilver's got a always be running, global logistics, maximum velocity, and a energy 245. Place 5. Stunned. And attacking for 3 plus a boost card. We will block with Polaris. So 3, attach this card to a minion. There are no minions. That's going to be enough to knock Polaris out. Then we'll place a magnet counter and discard until we get a magnetic card. You are stunned. Take 1 damage for each magnet counter on the main scheme. Okay. Encounter cards. Magneto's helmet. He cannot be confused. We got a Mutant Terrorist. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Brotherhood side scheme. Reveal it. You know, it's looking pretty good so far. I should not have said that because now it's going to be... now it's not. That comes in with 7. Then we've got Magnetic Mayhem. When defeated, the player defeated this scheme discards the top 4 cards of their deck. You know, Jessica Jones would have been a nice addition to this Quicksilver deck. We have a ton of side schemes. Okay, we'll pass the torch. And we are, I think, off to the races at this point. Let's go maximum velocity. Energy for maximum velocity. I really wish there was a way for us to draw cards with Quicksilver. There really isn't. That's dumb. We're going to hang on to the energy. We're going to use Def Focus and Friction Resistance for the maximum velocity. We now have a 4 attack. We will attack for 4. There's that. Friction Resistance and Quicksilver ready. We will attack for 4. We have got a Friction Resistance for an always be running to ready and ready. We will attack for 4. Which we now have lethal because we have 2 molecular decays. But we're going to have some fun and we'll see how much damage we can do. We'll go Helicarrier, Global Logistics. So we're going to take a look at the top 4. We got 3, 0, 0, 1. We're looking for zeros, so let's go ahead and toss those 2. We're just setting up. We're just having fun at this point. Sky Destroyer is going to take 2. That's going to be it for Quicksilver's turn. But over here on Scarlet Witch's turn, we will exhaust and knock the stun. Oh, I thought we had Hexbolt. Spiritual Meditation to draw into Professor X and a Hexbolt. We'll toss X. We've got a... We're just going to use the... No, that we needed to exhaust a shield card. Just kidding. Oh, we're going to exhaust Surveillance. I'm just kidding. Got Death Focus and a Helicarrier for Hexbolt. So we got 0, 0, 2. Okay. So that's going to be 4 damage. Down to 4. And a card draw, which is a Quicksilver. Don't need it. We got a Helicarrier, Quicksilver, and a Warp Reality to play a Molecular Decay. It's going to deal 5, so we're counting up now. 5 plus 5. Let's go. Oh, wait, heck. There we go. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we puttered out a little bit, but it was what we call efficiency. I like it. There you go. That was a fun matchup. That was really fun. I've played Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, not two-handed, but in a two-player setting, and it's just such a cool, like, mix with, like, their superpower siblings ability and just what they can do. I'm a big fan of both of these characters. It's a good fun. That was a longer game than I was expecting, so I apologize. I'm sure I could have probably sped that up a little bit, but I was having too much fun. So Hex Bolts are fun. Anyways, thank you so very much, Guarismo, for your support and the suggestion. It was a good one. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you next time. Peace.